Hello students, welcome you all once again to my video. Students, I hope you all are learning very nicely through our videos. The teachers of our school are doing their level best to keep your study continue. I hope you are enjoying at your home at the same time you are learning. Students, in this video we will learn about a new chapter of class 9, first chapter of the book Moments. Moments, this is the book of class 9, this is English book obviously, and this is the supplementary book. So this is the first chapter and the title of the chapter is The Lost Child. So students, I hope you will enjoy this chapter, and before starting I must tell you that this is the very big chapter. So I will make 3 or 4 videos for this particular chapter, because in a single video it is not possible to explain the full chapter. So hope you will enjoy the class and you will go through all videos that I will upload one by one, part 1, part 2, part 3, in this way. So students, starting with the first chapter, Moments, The Lost Child, written by Mulk Raj Anand. Let me say you something regarding the author, Mulk Raj Anand. Mulk Raj Anand, a famous Indian writer and an art critic, was born in Peshawar in Punjab on December 12, 1905. He was very popular in India and he breathed his last on September 28, 2004. So not a long back he passed away, and he was very popular. He was an Indian writer. Students, as I told you, the title of the chapter, that is The Lost Child. With the title you can understand very easily that what is the story all about. The story is all about a child who is lost, who is missing. Where is he missing? He is missing somewhere. We will understand where the child is missing. We will understand after reading this chapter. So stay tuned with me, your teacher Vikram Pramanik, and let's begin the chapter line wise. So I request and I advise all the students, turn the chapter 1, The Lost Child, of your book Moment, supplementary book, first chapter, The Lost Child. Before starting, you may see something is written in red color. So let me read out that. The child goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. But his parents don't buy them for him. Why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? See, before starting this chapter, we have to understand a scenario. What is the scenario? It is clearly written here that a child who has gone to a fair, village fair, with his parents. At first, generally we know that the children are quite excited when they are taken to a fair. They are very excited. They enjoy the moment very much. At the same time, they long for getting something like balloons, sweets, various type of toracat items, sweets, etc, etc. So these are the things that the students want from core of their heart, and they are very excited when they are taken to any fair. Similarly, this child has been taken to a fair by his parents, both father and mother. So at the beginning he was very excited to get various type of things, toys, balloons, flowers, etc, etc. But at the end of the story, we will come to know that the same child, when he is offered, means giving all kind of things that he wanted at the beginning of the story, he refused. Why he refuses? Why the child refuses the things that he likes them very much at the beginning of the story? We will come to know. So this is very exciting to know that a candidate who loves to get something at the beginning of the story, but at the end of the story we will come to know the same things he dislikes. Why? Let's enjoy reading this chapter and to understand it. So let me start. At the same time, I will clarify the difficult words. So keep your copies beside your book, ready with your pen to underline, pencil and underline the difficult words and write down the meanings in the copy. So start. It was the festival of spring. In the very first line, it is written, it was the festival of spring. Spring means the month of February or March. It comes in the month of February or March. It is a very pleasant weather when various type of festivals, village fairs are programmed. So it was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gally-clad humidity. As I told you, it was a month of spring. It was a month of February, March. The season was very pleasant, spring. Wintry shades. Wintry shades means winter season. From the wintry shades means just before the winter season, it falls. Sorry, just after the winter season, spring season falls, and it is very pleasant because this is the time when winter season ends and spring starts. So it is a very pleasant moment. So from the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily child humanity. Emerged means came out. Emerged means came out. Gally means happily. Clad means clothed. So in this moment, from the various villages, the people were coming out from their houses. For what purpose? Because they were going for a village fair. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. The people from various villages, from their houses, they were coming out. They were going where? They were going to the fair, and they were going through various means, like they were walking, somewhere going through the bullock cart, somewhere riding on a horses. So they were, the people of the village, they were using various type of means to go to the village fair. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. One little boy. We know that this is the main character of the story, that little boy. So one little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. Brimming over means to be so full of a liquid that if flows over the edge. Means the boy was very excited, very happy. Why? Because he was going to enjoy a village fair with his parents. So generally the children are very excited in this particular moment. So he was very happy. Next page. Come child, come, called his parents, as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. In this line, we can understand that the child was very excited for the fair, so that he was fascinated because of the things, because of the toys that lined beside the road. to the main village fair. So because of this location, the child lagged behind. Lagged behind means was left behind. So he was left behind and his parents were going forward. So his parents calling him, "Come child, come." He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. As the child got the sound of his parents, he ran. He ran to his parents, but at the same time, he was lingering to the receding toys. Lingering on. Lingering on means lasting for a long time. Means he was going towards his parents, but the same time he was looking behind. He was looking behind where? He was looking towards the toys and some terracotta items kept beside the road in the fair. Means throughout the way. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. Here we must know the difficult words meaning. Suppress. Suppress means put to an end. The boy means ran towards his parents, but he knew that his parents were not in the state to give anything else to him, because he knew that his parents would give him various type of reasons for not giving any toys. "I want that toy," he pleaded. But still the little boy, what he said? "I want that toy." He pleaded. Pleaded means he requested. What he requested? He requested for a toy. His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. When the boy requested for a toy, so his father looked at him red-eyed. Red-eyed means with anger in his familiar tyrant's way. Tyrant's way means in a very cruel way, in a very brutal way, bad way. So as the boy requested for a toy, his father gave him a angry look. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look child, what is before you?" Melted means became tender and loving. Melted means became tender and loving. As we all know that mothers are very loving towards their children. So similarly, his mother, the boy's mother, melted by fairy spirit means became very tender and loving towards him and told him, "Look child, what is before you?" His mother told him that, "See, what is before you," means his mother wanted him to distract from his desire. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. When his mother said him that, "Child, look, what is before you?" So what was there? In front of him, he saw a big field of means flowering mustard field. You know, mustard that is used to extract oil, that oil we use to cook in our houses. So it was a big field of mustard, flowering mustard field. It was a very nice field. It was very good looking. Next line. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings. intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. So what he saw in the field? He saw a group of dragonflies. Dragonflies are kind of flies that looks like dragon. That's why it is called dragonflies. So the dragonflies were bustling. They were flying. Bustling means flying about on their gaudy purple wings. Gaudy means extremely bright, shiny, very good looking. So gaudy purple wings intercepting the flight on a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. Means they were flying in the field and they were sucking the nectar from the flowers. What flowers? Mustard flowers. So it was very good looking because the field was very nice, yellow field. At the same time, the dragonflies were flying there. They were sucking nectar from the flowers. So it was a very good view. The child followed them in the air with his gaze, till one of them would still its wings and rest, and he would try to catch it. So what generally we know that the children, when they see the dragonflies, they run to catch them. So similarly this boy means ran to the field and he was trying to catch the dragonflies, but it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air. When he had almost caught it in his hands, then his mother gave a cautionary call. Come child, come to the footpath. So when he was trying to catch the dragonflies in the field, his mother, his parents called him once again. Come child, come. Because his parents were quite worried. They were quite tensed for their child. He ran towards his parents' galley and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out. Abreast means side by side. So as he got the call from his mother, he ran towards them. But again he left behind, attracted by little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out. Teeming out means coming out. So when they were again means they started going to the fair throughout the way. What the little boy found? He found that the small insects like worms, various type of other insects were coming out from the way, from the path, from some places of the footpath. So again he was attracted by them and left behind. Means what we came to know, they were going to the village fair, but in the meanwhile the little boy was attracted by various things. At first he was attracted by the toys that was kept, that was arranged by beside the road, beside the footpath. Then he was attracted by the flowering field, and then he was attracted by the dragonflies, and now he has been attracted by the insects. They were coming out from the footpath, and again he left behind. Then again he got a call. Come child, come. His parents called from the shade of a grove. Grove means a small grove or group of tree or forest. Means a small group of trees. So come child, come. His parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. So now what we know, his parents, the little boy's parents, they were taking rest because the way the duration of going to the fair was quite long, I think. Okay, that's why his parents were taking rest under a tree. So he called they called this little boy for taking rest. So the boy went there, and where the place was, the tree was beside a well. Okay, and they were taking rest there. Next line. A shower of young flowers fell upon a child as he entered the grove, and forgetting his parents, he began to gather the raining petals in his hands. As he was entering the grove, means the place where his parents were taking rest, some flowers just fell over him. Again he was distracted because of the petals of the flowers that fell upon him, and he started gathering the petals of the flower, and he forgot his parents. Okay, but lo, he heard the cooing of dove and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove, the dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. See, here we came to know the various characteristics of a little boy. What? That means at first he was distracted by various things, then he's distracted by catching the dragonflies. Now as he entered the grove, the place where his parents were taking rest, he again forgot because of the flower petals. He was trying to gather them, and now again he was distracted. Why? Because of the sound of the dove is a kind of bird. Dove is a kind of bird whose sound called queen. So after listening the sound of the dove, he ran towards his parents and told them that mummy, papa, see the sound of the dove. Come, child, come, they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers round and banyan tree, and gathering him up, they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard field. Again his parents called him, "Come child, come," because they were getting late for the fair. So again they called him. Why? Because they were getting late for the fair. So up to here I think this is the time, students, that we have to wrap up the class over here, because we are not allowed to drag the videos so long. So students, we have read out up to here page number moments, fear through the mustard field. Up to here we have completed. See, we have completed this one, and up to here we have completed. So students, you have to read up to here. In the next part, in the next video, I will explain some other pages, because this is a long story. So till now we came to know that a child who is very excited because he was being taken to a village fair. So when he was going to the fair with his parents, he was distracted, he was attracted, he was fascinated by various things. Like at first he was attracted by the toys, then he was attracted and distracted, you may say, because of the dragonflies, then distracted by the petals of the flowers in a grove, then he was distracted by the sound of the dove, that is a bird. So then his parents called him once again, and for why? Because they were getting late for the fair. So from here again we will start the explanation of the story. We will read out the story, at the same time we will solve the problems of the difficult words. And so students, in the next video we will meet once again. So thank you very much.